Everybody, it is Tuesday, the 7th of March. So, I want to talk about be still and know that I am God. I am God. Because I was thinking about that all day yesterday. Actually, it came to me quite quickly, but it's actually not that difficult. Um, but I thought, that is what we need to know. For anything else to happen, that is what we need to know. And if we do not know that, we will block, as they say, you block your miracles, you block your blessings, so to speak. So you need to know that I am God. So, and then I thought, how on earth would you know that you are that? And I was thinking, and there's so many different gods. There are many different gods. So I was thinking again, like going back to the beginning, God speaking to the earth, saying, let there be trees, stuff like that. And I was thinking, that is strange in itself, because the earth was already matter. It's one thing speaking to the uncreated, to the all, but he was actually speaking to matter that was already there, yet unformed, but it was there. And then I thought, how do you know that? And then the next one, of course, said, let us, again, that was the desire, let us create man in our own image. So here we are the creators of worlds, we are the creators of man. And what does it feel like to be God? And I haven't got a clue. Nor have I got the desire to create entire worlds or a universe or something. I'm trying to create balance here between 6 people. Yeah, and stuff the universe. So, but how do you know? What does it feel like? Because the second one, after he had created man in his own image, he kind of went his own way by collecting knowledge and really creating, and that is really the state of Sophia, whether you create without the feeling, but out of pure knowledge. Because when it said man, God created man out of the dust of the earth, there was no more let there be. So all of that. And I was thinking, what on earth? How do you know that I am God? Yeah? I mean, especially if we're going from experience. How would you even get there? Well, somehow go in the way of you're collecting knowledge, which is what the second one did, which will not actually take you there. And then it came to me that in the very first instance, before all the desires, everything else, to have the feeling that you are God is the feeling of a gift received. That is it, at its core. It is the feeling of a gift received. Knowing that feeling of receiving a gift. And more than that, it is receiving a gift that you haven't deserved or you haven't worked for, or there's no judgment in that. You have, I mean, it's good if you do the work before you ask for something, obviously, but you don't have to. It's wisdom to do so, but you don't have to. And you don't have to deserve it. And it is given out of love. And that is really the way a child receives a gift, because they don't really, they haven't got much knowledge yet, they're not doing much work, and still we love them and we give them gifts. And it's that feeling, the receiving of the gift, that is knowing that you're God. That is the feeling you need to be in, to know that you're God. And then so that goes out, that feeling goes out, that knowing, that you know what it feels like to receive a gift. And then you come to that everything is made out of the same stuff. So whether you ask of the uncreated or of created matter, at its core, created matter is the same. So really you must put that energy, if you are like Jesus did, he changed matter in his healings and in everything else, he changed matter. But then knowing that the matter is not separated from that which it creates it. At its core, matter is the same as the uncreated. And there is where they have put the division between matter and the energy. At its core, matter is energy. So you're speaking to the energy, not the matter. And then again, here we come to what the quantum physics have started to see, and that is that the observer has an influence on that which he observes. But yeah, I mean, you're being more than an observer, you're sending a message on that feeling, the knowledge of a gift received, what that feels like. And if you say the creator is the giver, you know, the energy, that everything, the underlying reality is the giver, then, and you know that, then the energy that you're sending your thought toward will mirror, become like you. It will mirror you and will give you a gift, the gift that you desire, because it becomes the giver. And then the last thought I had was what we think about, again, something that is blocking us, and that is the enormity, the absolute enormity of our thoughts sometimes, you know, of what it is we want to receive. Again, do your works before you go there. But, you know, the size of a house, the thinking in terms of money, you know how expensive it is, and that makes it huge, what you're asking for. Or if it is an effect, like as in healing, yeah, you know, the enormity of what it is you want to change. And then you think you're standing in front of a mountain, when you're actually not. Because as you are sending the image or of what you desire, first of all, you condense it to a label, yeah, to an image. And you send it on that energy of knowing, the feeling of a gift received. Then, I mean, as an image, it weighs nothing. It is nothing. And any image is, you know, is the same. It weighs nothing. Send it to the level of energy, whether created or uncreated. There it weighs nothing either. It's all the same. It only gains weight, that is physical weight, physical size, or importance, when it enters into this world. Size, physical size, being within the 3 dimensions and compared to everything else. That's when it creates size. Out there it has no size. Weight, the same. It is in these 3 dimensions that it gains weight. Money, well, it's created here anyway. It has got no bearing out there at all. Or the enormity of the effect. Again, it only becomes an effect here, which is why you think about it before you do something. It only becomes an effect here because here it interacts with everything else. Here there is movement. Here it becomes an effect that creates a cause. No, sorry, other way around. Here it's a cause that it creates an effect. Out there it's none of those things, and that is why in the Creator there's no judgment. Because there it's all the same. It has no weight, it has no size. There is no cause and effect because everything is still. It only gains those attributes when it enters into the 3-dimensional state. So then before you ask, yes, you should think of the enormity of what it is you're thinking, because here it will create an effect. But in asking itself, you should know that it's out there, it's all the same. There is no judgment, and because there it causes nothing. It just is. And here is again why those that become the light enter into that realm. They are no longer creators. Because there it does not create anything. And as a knowledge can no longer maybe serve this world because they're that far out that it does no longer relate to what's happening here. So it is in the body that you know the feeling of a gift received. In the body, you know the forms. In the body, you should know cause and effect. But in the very first instance, knowing I am God really just means knowing the feeling of a gift received out of love. That's all it is in its seed. And out of that grows trees. And then, as I said, if we get to a state where we can believe that, where we can feel that, where we can really create an energy strong enough to impact matter to the, or shoot out into the all, whichever way, but where it will impact something on the level of energy. If we can do that, then we know I am God, and then as we become creators, and then we should be of sound mind about what it is we're doing. Anyway, I leave it at that for today, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.